What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. Joe's Billy here,
And this is T-John.
and it's time to take it to the ring.
All right, so man, let's get it started. I know we missed each other on the Royal Rumble one, so I just got to get what you feel on how the Royal Rumble went before we even get into this, man.
Oh man, it led a lot to be desired, to be 100% honest. I wish they would have just let the fight roll out, especially with Heyman. It was kind of cool seeing him do the double cross. It was like, you sneaky little, that was kind of funny, but should have let the match go, man. That was a big upset. I definitely did not see Lashley taking the belt, but that just leads up to what we saw last night. Another match, another build. They're gonna that beef's not over, man. And neither's the smack talk.
I like to see it, and I love to see the swagger of Bobby Lashley too. It's really dope. I like how, because it's like I've been saying it, man. I was disappointed with how Royal Rumble started, or like how it ended up, but they got me right back, man. They got
all the
me
greats
right back.
Were out in a heartbeat.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm right back in it. It's like a toxic relationship. I'm good. I'm ready for the next one. You know what I mean? Because the Elimination Chamber is definitely supposed to like live up to the hype. I think they learned from this one. I think it's gonna be great.
Oh, the fans are definitely out, man. The consensus is the same.
Yeah, I know they were reading everything. They have some PR people, so they're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. But let's start it out, man. Adam Pearce came out and kind of just recapped the night. He went out there and just hyped it up, and then started bringing up the fact that Bobby Lashley was gonna put his title on the line in that Elimination Chamber event, and Bobby Lashley was clearly not happy.
Oh, yeah. Look at that suit, man. It looks like he pulled out of Seth Rollins' closet.
Yeah, man.
Loving
he was trying to look like $1 million. He's too big for suits, bro. I don't like it, man. He can't wear suits. He's got to
go to like Omar the tent maker to get them made.
Exactly. Just stick to the muscle tees or the spaghetti strap stuff. Like you're not built for this. That suit costs way too much money for it to not hit the way you thought it was gonna hit. You know what I mean? Like, that's my opinion, though. But I was happy, like I said, to see him with that confidence that he clearly was rocking after he won. It's very rare that you see him kind of talk the smack that he was talking. It's not rare that you get to see that side of Lashley. He's normally just a quiet dude that just fights.
It's that belt, man. Once you put it on, ego just gets blown up, and you're the champ now.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, they clearly weren't happy with the fact that Lashley already gets the announcement that he has to put his title up for a defense. And MVP really kind of took over and let Adam Pearce have it. It was just like, how could you already say that? Like, we haven't even gotten to celebrate the win. You already want to have it put on the line. But I think that's kind of cap, because Brock Lesnar literally had to put it on the line a week after he won it, or like 2 weeks after.
Well, not to mention he won it controversial, or through controversy. So it wasn't really. A win's a win. Don't get me wrong, but we all saw what happened. That wasn't a fair win. So get back out there and earn another one.
Yeah, get it the right way. And after Lashley was talking a lot of smack, I was glad to see that Brock Lesnar came out and kind of tried to humble him a little bit. It was like, you didn't win. Like, you didn't win that match. Yeah. And he was right. Everything that Brock Lesnar said was facts.
Oh, yeah. He came out ready to fight, too, man. He went around that ring like a shark, just staring him down with that smile that he has. That's just too much. Yeah. I love it.
But I like the fact that he was like, I'm not even mad at you, because you didn't have anything to do with it. It was Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman, because, they were the ones that basically ruined his match.
Yeah, he still hit him with the Bobby Who joke, though. He was still razzing him.
He was still getting it. Look at Lashley. He's still getting under the skin of Bobby Lashley. It's clear. And then he kind of made that surprise kind of thing where he was like, I'm not challenging you for the WrestleMania. I'm challenging Roman Reigns, but it will be a title for title fight. So I'm coming to get this belt. And the fact that he challenged him right then for the title was absolutely bonkers to me. I was like, oh, snap. I
thought it was going to happen, man. I was ready for it. I was like, they're making up real quick,
MVP,
right off the bat. We get to see this again.
If it wasn't for MVP, man, it would have been right then and there. I was hyped.
Yeah.
I was ready. But MVP, I mean, smart for MVP to like kind of rein in Bobby Lashley.
Nah, cool heads prevailed in that. But I was ready for it as a fan. I was like, yeah, bring it. Let's go. I want to see it.
Everybody was ready for it. I mean, the crowd was going crazy, but luckily MVP got him out of the ring. To everybody's dismay, you could see how heated Brock Lesnar was that he declined the challenge because, oh man, I know he was ready to get that belt back, and he probably would have gotten it just based off of how Royal Rumble went. He would have gotten it back.
Yeah, for sure. And he was trying to pick a fight, man. He kept calling him chicken shit, and just poking the bear, man. He was really trying to pick that fight.
I'm glad you said that because I've never seen them censor out as much as they did in a long time. Like they basically muted the show for like a minute and a half. Never seen that. Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, this is bad.
I checked my TV, make sure the sound was still on. I was a little confused.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, I can see his mouth. I see what he's saying. Okay. Yeah. Once the second time and it was longer, I was like, oh yeah, that's why. That makes sense. So
well, the F-bomb still slipped through.
Oh yeah, I heard
with
it.
the city. Yeah, he slipped that in.
But Bobby Lashley, I know he was ready for the fight, and if it wasn't for MVP, it would have happened. But luckily, we will see Brock Lesnar he was like the first one to like announce that he will be in the Elimination Chamber match with Bobby Lashley. So that's gonna be awesome, man. Yeah. He was ready. Like, you're not gonna duck this fight. Yeah. Like, you can't duck it. It's gonna happen. So, get ready. And MVP won't be there to like stop it this time. Luckily, because he did what he was supposed to do as his manager.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to see all that. Like, come on, we want to see this match. So get out the way.
Would have ruined that expensive suit.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. He probably paid for it too. So he probably had something to do with it.
That's what he whispered in his ear. He's like, dude, you know how much I paid for that thing? Don't mess that suit up, man.
Yeah, that was a gift. I need that back. It was a rental. But then we got to see Rhea Ripley and Nikki ASH finally go head to head. And oh my God, I was so happy. It was just like an itch that finally got scratched seeing these two finally fight.
That's a great way to phrase that too, man. I've been ready for this match, and it was a pretty clean match all the way through. Like, Nikki came out just running, but hit a brick wall, dude. She just fell back. I mean, she really had to reset her game plan real quick because she was trying to go at it hard, and she's the wrong one to do that with. And she really kind of picked up the pace and started doing better when she changed up her game plan after that, after getting tossed around a couple times.
Definitely. So, I mean, it was clear that, Rhea Ripley is just ridiculously strong. I mean, she was manhandling Nikki ASH for most of that fight, like you said. But Nikki ASH, man, you can't sleep on her. Like, she had some really cool tactics. Yeah, they were dirty, but, I mean, look at the size difference.
Oh, that's so clever.
I don't blame her for anything that she did in that fight. I was actually impressed. She really pulled out all the stops just to make sure that she put up a decent fight. And she was really giving it to Rhea Ripley.
It really was, man. She showed out. She really showed us what she had.
Yeah, she's just the heel, so nobody wants her to win. She's been doing all this crazy, sneaky, like, tactics to beat on Rhea Ripley when she isn't looking for weeks now. So we all wanted to finally see Nikki ASH finally get what she deserved. And it clearly was on the face of Ripley. Like, look at that. She was furious. Like, she was full on angry. I haven't seen her that like hype in a minute.
Dude, she got her with a big slap too, man. Just really, just kind of pissing her off, man. Really poking the bear.
Really was too. But of course, there was it like look at what Nikki ASH was able to accomplish. That rough
it was
DDT.
Almost a picture perfect tornado DDT.
Yeah,
it was beautiful.
Yeah, I give kudos to Nikki ASH because for you to come at somebody who looks like this, still be able to hit them with that tornado, I'm impressed. I like where they're going in their wrestling careers, I have to say. And of course, Rhea Ripley got the pin after hitting her with her Riptide finisher. But man, I was a fan of the match, man. I like the fact that they split. I'm a big fan of where their careers are now going. So, that's that's all I have to say about those two. I mean, Nikki ASH can be upset about how it split. Maybe it could have been a little bit better, but they're clearly better off for it.
Well, and that match made Nikki a much better wrestler, and she almost had it there for a second. If she didn't, showboat and try to do her little superhero thing, she would have had it. She would have got that neck breaker, and she
may have pulled
Rhea
off
took that opportunity and laid her out.
Yeah, you're right.
That was
you're 100% right. It was a big learning curve that she needed to learn, but I can see some big things for Nikki ASH as well. I thought that Rhea Ripley would be the one to really, just shine like she knew what was going to happen once she split with Nikki. But it looks like Nikki is really out to prove that she is just as capable, and she's proven it, man. So just take off the mask and the cheesy superhero gimmick, and I'll be an even bigger fan. That's my honest opinion.
She's a pretty girl too. Take off the mask.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'll take your word for it. But we'll see. But then we got to see the second academic challenge, which wasn't really an academic challenge. It was just kind of this thing that Riddle always does, and that was a scooter race between Chad Gable and Riddle. What did you think?
It was so lame. So lame. 50 laps around the arena. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty funny seeing the wetsuit that he was wearing. He's like, "Oh no, this is I got this for my Olympic friends," and so that made me laugh. It was pretty funny.
Oh yeah, man.
It was more goofy than entertaining.
Like throwing cotton candy at each other, running into everybody,
hitting Omos. Then he told Omos, he's like, "You have such beautiful eyes, bro."
I thought Omos was just gonna slam him, and that was gonna be it. I was fully on it. I was fully expecting that.
Yeah, I really think he just like threw him off. He was confused. He's like, "All right, later, bro."
And he was like, "All right." Like before he could even process what happened, Riddle was gone, which was extremely smart. He might have did that on purpose. Like that was a genius move to stay out of harm's way. Because man,
I'll give him that.
Omos is not to be messed with. I will, man. I'm a fan of Riddle. I love his goofy character.
Oh, I love him too, man.
It just ran a little bit long, man. Yeah, you're right about that. But it looked like Matt Riddle was gonna win the match because Gable fell. It looked like he got cut off, and he like fell right before crossing the finish line. But then like Riddle was right at the end, and then got bum rushed by Otis. I mean, ran into a brick wall. It was like it just was coming at him, and just boom,
he bounced off, man. Look how far away he landed.
Oh,
and that suit, man. Again, it was so funny seeing them matching too.
I don't even know how they found one that fit Otis. Like that had to be specially custom made. They had to plan that in advance.
So, did you see him give Gable a kiss after he won? Came up behind him, gave him a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, that's that brotherly love. Man.
Yeah, they got a little bromance going.
They're full on like bromance for sure. But like you said. Gable was able to get that win. Look how happy he is that he's
peacocking.
Man, like I thought it was pretty silly, man. Like I'm not.
It was really silly. It was lame. Yeah, it was entertaining, but it was lame. It wasn't wrestling. It wasn't academic. It was just goofy Riddle stuff, which makes me laugh. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to talk down on it, but it wasn't. It had nothing to do with the match. What it did do was stir up a match with Riddle and Omos right after that.
Yeah, like you said, man, Riddle was furious, and he clearly wanted to fight Gable. Like that was clear he wanted to fight Chad Gable, but he didn't say that. He just was like, "I want to fight," and Chad Gable was like, "Oh, you want to fight? Here's Otis," and immediately, like his face just was like, "Oh,"
he's like, right, that'd be a great picture. At this moment, Riddle knew he messed up.
No, it was true. I forgot to get that one, but man, like. Right when that announcement was made, Adam Pearce came out and was like, "So why not let this be another qualifying match for the Elimination Chamber in a few weeks?"
Yeah, man, and I was really shocked. I was like, but excited. I was like, "That's cool, all right." And that's pretty much what this whole episode was matches for qualification for that big match coming up. So it made the whole episode good, and it made that match even better because Omos, I did it again. Otis, he showed up, man. He
beat the crap out
of Riddle.
Yeah, like Riddle was getting pummeled, man. Look at the air he caught, just running into a brick wall over.
It turned inside out.
Yeah, I just was. I mean, we knew that that was probably going to be the case. Riddle knew that that was probably going to be the case. Otis was just running through him, manhandling him,
Yeah.
doing everything, anything that he wanted to do. Riddle couldn't stop, and he kind of just. I mean, I don't know if this was the strategy. It just seemed to work. He kind of just let Otis do his thing and tire
Yeah.
himself out until he was able to get a few moves in. And
It
it
really
was
was kind of a
honestly,
rope-a-dope like that. And he did. He got
yeah,
some really nice kicks in, some great
yeah.
combinations. You really saw that fighting background come
Yeah, like
out.
you
And
can
dude,
see
yeah, that
how
ripcord
he was
knee, the two
gassed.
of them, and that just put him down.
Yeah, yeah, and then he did his what is it called?
Like bro
The
flip or
floating
something like
bro.
that.
Yep, yeah, the floating bro. He was
Yep.
able to hit that. Oh, let me go back real quick. I don't want to
I'm
get
getting
too far
ahead.
ahead. Yeah, hit that floating bro twice, and
Yeah.
actually got one of the. I think it was the biggest upset win of his career, getting
It was
Otis out of there like
impressive
that.
getting that big guy rolled up like that. That's not an
Yeah,
easy feat.
not at all. Because I mean, physically, I don't think Otis could do that. Like, not even being funny. Like, the fact that he was able to do that is impressive all on its own. And then
Yeah.
hold him like that and get the pin. I'm a big fan of Riddle. I don't think that he's going to win the Elimination Chamber match.
No.
I think he's an interesting addition. I think Otis would have been better just
Yes.
because there's so many big guys in it already with
Yeah.
Lesnar and Lashley. But I mean, I'm not mad at it, man. Riddle earned that win. He definitely earned that win.
So I won't disagree with that. Even though it was great seeing Otis just show off his brute strength, it was even more fun to see Riddle kind of take that beating and not give up, man. I mean, his chest was just
Mhm.
blistered from those shoulder tackles and clotheslines he
Yeah,
was eating the whole match, man.
the
And it
entire
was
match.
not a
And
quick
it wasn't a
match.
short
Like he
match.
hung
Yep,
in.
that's exactly what I was about to say. This was not a short match. It was literally a beatdown for like 10, 15 minutes. It was
Yeah.
just like, oh, just end it, bro. Like, but Riddle wouldn't go down. I was like, just stop this because this is just bad at this point. But Riddle survived, man, and he was able to get that win. So good job on Riddle. I can't wait to see what he's able to do. I feel like he's probably going to pull out some kind of, maybe he'll bring out the scooter again just to stand a chance against Lesnar and Lashley. But we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, since I got ahead of it kind of quickly,
Oh, a
let's
little
go ahead and
teaser.
talk about it. Yeah, Dominik and The Miz. And I mean, it was
Yeah.
a random match. It was kind of quick, but it wasn't too bad.
No, this
I
was a
think that,
great match for Dominik.
yeah.
That I mean, this we talked about it in the first match with Nikki and how much she learned. Dominik learned a lot in this one too, especially going up
Oh yeah.
against the Miz, who is experienced. He's been around for a little while now.
Exactly. I think that this was really a chance for Dominik. I mean, as you can see, he was putting a hurting on the Miz for a little bit. I think it was
Yeah,
a chance for him to try to stand out and kind of get away from that big shadow that his dad casts.
yeah.
I mean, we don't want it to be true, but Rey Mysterio's time is coming. Eventually we're gonna see him hang it up. And I think that it's time for Dominik to really start getting in his own role. And so this was kind of that teaser match to show where Dominik is right now.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. And it was a great
Yeah.
match too, man. It
Yeah.
really showed what he could do, and he's up and coming, man. It was a surprise match, but I was happy for it because that was my immediate thought. I was like, this is a really good matchup right here.
Mm-hmm.
The like a rookie and a veteran kind of going up, and he showed him like the Miz. He was a little
Yeah.
sneaky being the Miz,
Oh
in his
yeah.
ruby red panties, that little sneaky trick. So
Yeah,
I
there
don't know
you
if you
go.
got it.
This
Yeah,
like
like
yeah, so
pardon
I
me.
mean Rey Mysterio showed up, so and of course he's gonna be there for his son. His son's in the
Yeah,
in the ring. But the Miz was kind of annoyed by it. I think that the Miz and Rey Mysterio are gonna fight. That's
yeah,
clearly what's gonna happen next. But the Miz just like took it really personal that Mysterio was in that ring. And while the ref wasn't looking, feigned like he got tripped and was like all crying about it to the
yeah.
point where the ref kicked him out. But it wasn't even a point. I think that that was more of just a personal slight to Rey Mysterio because he didn't even wait for Mysterio to leave to hit Dominik with his
Yeah.
skull crushing finale and pin him. You kind of can see him in the background there. He's like watching and looking right at Rey Mysterio as he pins his son.
No, I disagree, man. I think that was a thought out tactical plan. He meant that because that was a perfect
Yeah.
distraction Dominik was confused. He's like, wait, what's going on? And bam, that's when he hit him. He used that as a distraction. I think it was 100% on purpose, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And he used his dad against Dominik. It was a really sneaky trick.
I definitely agree. I think it was a way to really mentally kind of put the odds in his favor, because I mean, having a partner on the side is already kind of an advantage to the other guy.
Oh yeah.
So the Miz, being a vet, knew what he had to do to win the match. And I think that this is just another builder to getting another kind of classic two legends fighting kind of match, because we're not going to see the Miz and the Edge anymore. I highly doubt it. I'd be kind of disappointed if we see them fight again. Like, that's beating a dead horse. Let that end.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with seeing the Miz and Rey Mysterio fight, you know?
Yeah. I hear you. That's a good one. We got to see Rey Mysterio fight tonight, though.
Yeah, we did. We got to see that later on.
Yeah.
But before that, we got to see Kevin Owens start his KO show again. I'm actually kind of hyped about when he comes out. Like I said, man, he's a great announcer. He's entertaining. He's an entertainer.
He really
through
is.
And through.
Dude, I loved how he told Seth Rollins, he's like, you know what? You may not have won, but you're still the champ in my heart.
Oh man, he is so cheesy, bro. He's hilarious. But like you just said, Seth Rollins came out. I mean, he was clearly hurting from the beating that he took from Roman Reigns, but still got that swagger. I mean, look at that glittery suit. Still swaggy, man. Still looking good.
Never lets us
down.
He
may not have won, but he definitely put on a great show. And he even kind of, talked about how he can always revisit that match with Roman Reigns. He's forever in his head now. And he's right.
Yeah.
He's 100% right. We finally saw that. And since this is Raw, like he said, instead of going after Reigns right now, he's going for that WWE Championship as well, and declared himself without having to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match. So that's an interesting development.
KO was not happy about that, man. He changed his tune real quick. And then came out with the sneaky stuff, like, well, why don't you go back and go talk to management, and threaten to walk out, give him an ultimatum.
Yeah, look at Rollins' face. He was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do all that, because he was like, I do it for you, because he was
he's like, you got me messed up.
Yeah, he was facing Austin Theory, and Austin Theory is a dog, man. I that was my wild prediction of Royal Rumble. I said that Austin Theory was gonna win it. He lasted a long time, didn't really do that much damage, but hey, I'm a fan of Austin Theory. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Slowly but surely, we've talked about it before. That selfie stuff was annoying, but man, he's made a fan out of me, especially after last night.
Exactly. So these two faced off. Luckily, Austin Theory came in before Owens could goad Seth Rollins into trying to get him to agree to talk to officials. So Austin Theory came out and was like, no, we're going to fight. You don't get to duck this.
And I was ready for this fight, man. And we got to see some cool stuff. I mean, KO really handed him a butt whooping, but Austin Theory, dude, wow. What a great wrestler, and Austin just experience beyond his years. So
Austin
smart.
Theory is great, man. I am a huge fan of Austin Theory after this. I mean, credit to Kevin Owens. Yeah. Kevin Owens really beat the crap out of Austin Theory for the majority of the match. But Austin Theory, really just was making sure to stay relevant the entire time, refused to give up. I mean, look at this. Who can come back from something that devastating, like that kind of suicide tornado suplex that Kevin Owens did? Put them both out. Austin Theory then comes back, somehow mustering the strength after the beatings that he was taking, and pins Kevin Owens after his ATL down finisher, man. I am a fan. This match was great.
It was, I don't want to say it was an upset, because I was excited. I was shocked. I didn't see it coming. I mean, KO, he hit him with the big cannonball up against the rail outside of the ring. Gave him a big butt whooping. But Austin, I mean, he showed us some really cool moves, man. That roll up into a double drop kick. Then he did a stand-up blockbuster. Just so impressive. The guy is so versatile and so strong to be able to do that sort of stuff with a guy that, one, is as good as Kevin Owens and experienced and big and fast. That was a great match, man.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
can
want to say
see
it was an
where
upset
he is.
because I mean you said the same
I'll
thing.
say it for you, man. I'll say it for you. This was an upset because all the signs pointed to Kevin Owens winning.
Yeah,
And for Austin Theory to just continue to show out, keep doing his thing, adapt, and like come back for that win, it was thoroughly impressive. Yes, he's
absolutely.
backed by Vince McMahon. Yes, he has that cheesy gimmick of taking the selfies. But there's a reason why he's back from McMahon. You know what I mean? Like there's a reason for it. He is a dog, and he has a
Yeah, man.
big, bright future in the
There's a few times
WWE.
where he really just got out of the ring at the exact moment he needed to.
Yep.
He knew how to get out, get his breath, come back. He
Very
controlled that
wise.
match against a much more experienced wrestler. And that's why
Yeah,
I
he
was
was
happy,
very
man.
wise beyond his
It was a
years.
great
This
match.
for him to be like he's still an up and comer. You know, he's still young. Like we're just really getting a feel for him. So
Hmm.
for him to already be at this level and at this status means that he is on the road to becoming a new face that we're going to see on the regular, you know? Cuz I mean all these guys are getting old, man. It sucks,
Yeah.
but you know, we see it in Royal Rumble and I think that's kind of where the disappointment was too. We're so used to seeing these same faces take over and you know, put on a show, but it's time. It's time to let this new talent start taking over. And Austin Theory, I believe, is one of those people that are leading the charge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's been on my radar for a while now. And, I'm a fan after that KO win.
Oh yeah. But let's move on to the next one. We got to see Angelo Dawkins versus
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler. When that was a surprising match. I wasn't expecting that at all. I
Yeah,
gotta be
man.
honest.
And Dolph Ziggler, he's good now. Yeah, he has multiple tag team championships. He was
Yeah.
intercontinental champion. He's fought over in New Japan. Like he's a
Hmm.
really good fighter. And
Super
Dawkins is kind of
experienced.
new, and he showed up and
Yeah.
really gave Ziggler a run for his money. Ziggler pretty much
I,
had control of the whole match starting out in the
yep.
beginning
No,
until he
I
took
completely
that
agree.
like soul slapping hit from Dawkins, man, like shot a
Yeah.
loogie all the way into the audience. That was
Yeah, I saw
so
that.
bad.
I definitely saw that. But I mean,
That
everything that you
changed the
said is
pace.
correct. Yeah, everything that you said is 100% correct. I know I mean, everybody knows it's not disrespectful to say that Montez Ford is the guy in Street
Yeah.
Profits.
Yeah.
Like Angelo Dawkins is great. He's a great wrestler, but Montez Ford is the draw. He's the main guy, and he's the one that everybody is watching when it comes to their duo. But
Mhm.
this was a fantastic match, and I didn't even know that he was the hometown guy. Like Angelo Dawkins is actually from Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So like I think it brought out a whole nother side of Dawkins to see like he can wrestle himself. And we've seen him like, you know, every time that he comes in, he's super hyped. He has like this insane energy about him, especially for his size. But like you said, Dolph Ziggler, man, he was beating the crap out of Angelo Dawkins
Yeah.
for a minute, man. It was a good beatdown for a while. And then
Yeah.
Dawkins just somehow withstood it, kept his energy up, flying all around the ring, just running. Like that's the main thing that he does. He'll just run, bounce off of every single rope, and just
Yeah.
beat the crap out of you that way. Just overwhelming pressure. And that
Man,
was
did you see
really
that landing that Ziggler had? He came down from I think it was the DDT or neck breaker, and his knee like landed really awkward, and you heard him
I did
yell.
see
Like I
that.
saw it,
Yeah.
I cringed. I was like, "Oh my god!" He
Yeah. I don't
landed
think
like
that was
it came back
he
like
like
this
buckled.
way. It's oof,
Yeah. It
it was
buckled
pretty
pretty
bad.
bad. I'm sure he's not gonna he's gonna feel that in the morning and he's probably gonna be out for a little bit. But
Yeah.
it was a very entertaining match regardless. You know, these guys put like their bodies on the line and they definitely did that this time. And Dawkins got the win in
Yeah,
front
he
of his
did.
home crowd, man. I was very happy with it. I'm happy that like I'm always happy when wrestlers or fighters in general are able to put on a show for like the people that like saw them coming up. You know, this like a hometown win is always the best kind of win.
Oh, and he earned that one, man. He really
Yeah.
did. Like I said, after like gave him that big hit, that changed everything. Then there was a few big splashes and a couple big takedowns. And I think that awkward landing that Ziggler had really kind of changed the pace. And
Yeah.
he took that win and he earned it, man.
He definitely did. I mean, what better way to like make a statement that, you know, you are your own kind of wrestler. You don't need another guy like Montez Ford to get a win. by beating somebody as experienced and somebody with as many accolades as Dolph Ziggler does.
That
So
was a
this was a
huge
good
win for
win.
him.
Yeah, I kind of have my attention on Dawkins. Still don't think he has the same kind of star power as Montez Ford, but I see him doing his own thing and still being a really relevant competitor, you know?
Yeah, that was a big win. I was happy for him.
Yeah, same. And how about that match between Bianca Belair and Carmella?
I thought it was pretty boring, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. I love watching Belair. She's a great wrestler. And I'm really sick and tired of hearing Carmella call herself the most beautiful woman in WWE. I think Belair's way prettier than her. And then it's like that mask that she put on too. Like, what was she, like a nymph or something? There was like a leather mask. It reminded me like a cane. The mask is bad enough, you know?
Yeah, it's not that good. And I mean, it was clear we all knew who was going to win this match from the jump. I mean, this was a throwaway match. Bianca Belair is just too strong. Carmella was terrified the entire time.
Look, there's the mask.
You could see it.
Like...
and then like she was about to whip her with her hair, and she just screamed and like ducked. So like we all knew how this fight was gonna go, but I have to give credit to Carmella. She actually put up a decent fight. Like
you took the words out of my mouth, man.
It to her.
Yeah, she really did. Like, I thought this was going to be just a pretty quick beatdown or a silly match where we see a quick DQ or something like that. But she fought, and she fought pretty well. And not only that, she took a couple big hits from Belair and kept going.
Yeah, she did. And I mean, she almost had Belair like submit a few times. There's that mask, you know.
Yeah, she had that rear chokehold, man, and she had it locked in a couple times, and she got a 2 count. Rolled her over, locked it in again. She was kind of muscling her around.
It was super, super close. I did not expect that from Carmella. I mean, she does have a belt. There's a reason she got a belt, but I didn't expect her to put up such a good fight. I don't think anybody did, but that's what made it more entertaining than we thought. Of course, Belair still won. Like, let's not get it twisted. Bianca Belair is just that good. You know, it was still like. It was like Bianca. I mean, you can see it in her face. She was like, "Okay, she thinks that I'm just not gonna like let her have it. Hit her with that KOD." And it was just like, "Yeah, let's put you back in your place."
And I was waiting for it. Like, she tried to get it a couple times, and Carmella snuck away. But that was like, there it is. You're right then.
Oh yeah,
here it comes. She's done, and just flattened her right on that leather face.
Yeah, right on the leather face. Or whatever it was, man. But I mean, it was entertaining. It was more entertaining than I thought it would be. I remember as soon as I saw the fight, like when they like showed the matchup, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
But
and be honest, good. Like I think we're kind of hyping that match up a little bit more.
Man. I mean, when you see it, you're gonna be like, okay. Yeah. And that's how it felt. But I'm going to give people credit. I'm going to give Carmella the credit she deserves because
absolutely
I crap on her a lot. So this was actually good. I'm going to give her a little bit more credit than I normally do, you know? So that's just me, you know, trying to be fair a little bit. But the fight of the night, last fight, man.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles, man.
This was my favorite, actually. We got to see all the cool moves, man. Hurricane Rana, Tornado DDTs, the 619. I mean, everything. It was a great match. Oh, no, I was just rattling them off. Yeah.
Epic. Dude, like, this is straight off of a WWE cover. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we expect when these two, like, fight. And it was awesome to actually see these two like go at it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is something that you would expect at Royal Rumble. And to see these two legends scrap the way that they did was a privilege, man. I enjoyed every second of this fight.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And they were well matched up. Not only in experience, but size,
I mean, look
style.
At them.
I mean, like, everything. Great match.
It was a great match. These two know each other too well.
Yeah.
And that's really the tail of the tape. It was so many like counters, reversals.
Yeah.
They couldn't hit each other with anything. You know, it
dude,
was
that,
like
that reversal that Mysterio did. I think he was trying to put the calf crusher on off the ropes, and he just rolled out of it so smooth. There was another one where AJ threw him, and that would have knocked most people out. and he like skidded off the mat with his face and skipped like a rock.
Used the momentum.
Went out of the ring and just rolled into it. It was so cool. It was amazing. The guy is so good.
Fantastic match. It was a thrilling match. All the electricity went to this one. Everybody was just like watching. It was kind of quiet, but I think that everybody was just like, just watching. Like, this is crazy. Everybody was starstruck, and the fact that this was actually like as intense as it was an awesome match. I wish that they would have put that in for Royal Rumble, because God, like, that was awesome. But
we got to see everything. That was
did.
Yeah, I've said it 5 times now, guys. Fight fans, watch that one. That is a must see. Check that match out.
Classic. I'm gonna go ahead and say that could be a classic match right there. That's one that we could talk about for a while, because I mean, like I said, these two put on a show every single time. It's very rare that you see a wrestler of their age and like how long they've been in still put up entertaining matches or entertaining appearances every single time they step into the ring.
Yeah.
It's awesome to see it, and I'm so glad that before either of them call it quits, we got to see this again and see it, how intense they still are, how they still have it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. It was awesome. I'm gonna stop saying awesome, because I'm gonna run it out. But the stakes were still pretty high, because this was for the last spot in the Elimination Chamber match. And AJ Styles somehow got the win. Like, he was able to pin Rey Mysterio with the finisher. I haven't seen in a minute. That what's it called? The Style Slam or something like that. What is it? It's gonna come to me.
I'd have to look at my notes, man. I forgot.
Yeah, Styles Clash or something like that.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, the Styles Clash.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. It was
and it
awesome.
was great.
Like,
and it was awesome seeing him still land that old school move that he's been doing for years and years, and to pull an old trick like that out of his book. And Ray didn't see that coming. That's why he got that win, man. And he moved on. He got that last spot.
Yeah, exactly. Look at this lineup, man.
Yeah,
this is what we have to look forward to for the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
How could you not be excited for that?
That's going to be a great matchup, man.
Yeah. Of course, I know for a fact it's all going to come down to Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Sure. I think maybe Seth Rollins might be able to just kind of sneak in there a little bit. But I think that this is just going to be a big matchup between Lesnar and Lashley.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's for the belt too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is for the belt. And Brock Lesnar has a chip on his shoulder that we haven't seen. Like, this is going to be a different beast, And
his shoulder. He still had a chip on his nose from Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I saw that, right? I see him dominating everybody until he gets his belt back. I do not see him leaving without the belt. He looks angry. He's kind of trying not to show it, but it's clear what his intentions are, and they're bad. He's gonna leave out there with it.
Yeah, he's been double crossed, he's been backstabbed and attacked from behind. He's got a score to settle, man. He's coming in.
Nobody's gonna stand in his way. I'm calling it. Brock Lesnar. It's gonna be him that wins it. It's either him or Seth Rollins, man. I love Seth Rollins. I love Austin Theory. Austin Theory is still too young. He's not gonna get it. Seth Rollins is sneaky, so he might be able to somehow let them beat the crap out of each other, and him just kind of yank that right by like in the last second.
I could see it definitely happening, but I mean, if he heals up in time, he took a butt whooping, man.
I mean, it's only a few weeks away, and that chair, them repeated hits with the chair.
Oh, he deserved it. Don't get me wrong. Like, he deserved every bit of it. I was kind of happy it happened, but dude, he got beat up. So let's see if he's 100%.
But it doesn't stop the confidence that Rollins still has. It just further put him in that mentality of, I got him,
Yeah.
So I'm just really interested in these storylines, man. Like, between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, I think that this is the storyline that's going to be the talk of most, or like half of the year. Until we get the next ones, these are the ones that are gonna like keep us entertained for most of this year. And I'm perfectly fine
we're on
with
the
that.
road to WrestleMania, man. So we got a
Yeah,
lot of really good stuff and some great beefs, man. And they're gonna start to
definitely.
get settled. You
Yeah,
know, I'm
exactly.
excited.
But talking about the road to WrestleMania, we finally got to see Ronda Rousey after 3 years come back in and, you know, kind of talk about, you know, since she did win the Royal Rumble, not my biggest moment. I wasn't really
Yeah.
feeling it. You know,
As
I
soon as I
wish she would
saw
have
her, I was
came
like,
back
we know the
earlier.
winner.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, oh well. And then she came out so late. I think she was like the 28th person to come out. Like, oh my God. Of course you win. It's the same thing when Brock Lesnar came out. It was like, of course you're gonna win now because y'all are fresh and y'all don't even need to be fresh to win.
Oh, now Brock technically wasn't fresh. He did get beat up.
True. I'll give you that. I will give you that. But he has such like he's a cardio machine though. I will say that too. You know, so he had plenty of time to rest up. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, man. I
was with some Ronda Rousey. She came out with some good smack talk, and I love the nickname, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, man. I mean, she lives up to it. I'm glad that Roddy Piper was able to give that to her before he passed. And she is entertaining, man. I'll give her that. You know, I'm still so used to seeing her in the UFC.
Yeah.
So it's always weird seeing her like in this like kind of character. It's like, oh, I was like, wow, that's so strange. But it's
good for wrestling.
It is. It's great for wrestling. It's great for just the fight community as a whole. You know, this is how we keep everything, you know, like
fresh,
entertaining. Yeah, everybody's watching everything now.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even know that Bobby Lashley was in Bellator. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a really good fighter.
Yeah, these guys scrap. Like some of these guys are just actual fighters, you know?
Oh yeah.
So it's really awesome to see all of the like the interchangeability of it all. You know, like that's just something that I've noticed as a fan over the years. It's really nice to see, and hopefully we'll see that more while promotions kind of. I want them to collaborate more instead of compete for the same spotlights. Maybe we can like not have to watch one and then have to go back and watch another to like keep up with everything going on. But you know, that's on the side. But
hey, that's our job though, fight fans. That's what we're bringing to you.
Exactly. That just makes our job harder. And I'm just complaining a little bit. That's just me venting a little bit. But I mean, Ronda Rousey, like you said, had a lot of good smack talk. You know, she's a dog. She doesn't lose. She's never really tasted defeat. And she was like, I don't even know who to fight. Like, who really deserves it? And she really dismissed Becky Lynch right off the jump. Was like, she's not even worth my time.
She was calling her Rebecca.
Yeah, her government name. Her government name. Real disrespect to Becky. Of course, Becky Lynch had to come out and be like, who are you talking to like that?
And I love it. She's like, oh, Rousey. And it's like, what she says. She's like, you little weirdo. Using my government name.
Yeah. No, but it's true. And Becky Lynch had to let her know, you know, I'm the only one that ever beat you. So for you to tell me that I'm a non-factor is like equally weird, you know? Because I mean, if anybody deserves the fight, it's these two. And Becky Lynch is ready for it. Becky Lynch was like, I'm like, if you want to challenge me or if you want to like do that little appetizer with Charlotte Flair, go ahead. But I'm here and I'm ready to beat you again.
Oh yeah. She called her out right then and there. And she's right. I mean, I didn't disagree with her and kind of called her scared. Ronda Rousey went kind of, well, no, she actually ripped her arm out of her socket and walked out.
Exactly. Because Becky Lynch was trying to like get her to say, you know, you're going to fight me. Like, say it, make a decision. And Ronda Rousey, being Ronda Rousey, was like, you can't make me do anything.
Yeah.
At all. So I'm like, so she slammed her and was just like, I'll make
drop the mic on her. Even more disrespect.
Just threw it on her. Yeah. Oh, I missed it. I thought I got it. Because it was like right on her chest too. But it must have
you heard the thump and
yeah. Like you can see it in her face. Like she's kind of just like, ooh. Like that's a real ouch face. So I mean, it's clearly gonna be an exciting match when they do scrap. Becky Lynch got up like it didn't even happen, was still talking trash to her. And then
calling her scared for running away.
Yeah, but how exciting was it when we saw Lita come out of nowhere, bro? I
Big
love Lita.
surprise.
Yes. Yeah, and it was cool though because we're kind of seeing like this more lax kind of Lita that we've never seen before. Because she's been out for so long that she's now like this chill kind of personality, and you can see her like talking to Becky Lynch, really giving each other praises, talking about how good they've been, and Becky Lynch being a fan.
Yeah, they're
But
both
Lita
being
used
fanboys.
that. Yeah, exactly. But Lita, I think that was a tactic though, because Lita was just like, I love that you don't back down from challenges.
Oh yeah.
So how about you fight me?
Completely
And Becky Lynch
walked
was
her
like,
right into it.
yeah.
I didn't even see that coming. And then Becky started backstepping in a hurry.
Oh,
Look at
like,
that. She was even wearing a Becky shirt. I love it.
Yeah. I think it was all a planned thing from Lita. I think Lita has that advantage of getting into all these new girls' minds. And I mean, Becky Lynch isn't new, but to Lita, she's still a rookie to Lita. And
totally
I think
different generations.
Exactly. And Lita knows how much her influence has been on women in wrestling. So I think that she's just able to pull that card out whenever and just be like, I know you're going to be scared of me because I'm the girl that you watched.
And
it was
Becky's
me.
just scared.
Yeah, no. It was clear. I mean, I've never heard her flat out say no so quickly to a fight. But she also used Becky Lynch's pride against her, because immediately Lita was just like, I mean, if you're scared, just say that. And without even thinking about it, Becky Lynch was like, I'm not scared, we can do that. And then she was like, okay, cool, and just walked out before Becky Lynch could be like, wait. And all you see is Becky Lynch's face just like, what did I
so
just
confused.
Do?
Like, what I just do? Oh crap. This is happening.
So we can see that as well for the Elimination Chamber event. That is going to be great.
That's
I don't
cool.
know if
I'm excited for that.
But I'm super happy to see that fight.
I think you said it best in the beginning of this episode. It's like a toxic relationship, man. Up and down. It's a roller coaster. And here I am all hyped up and ready to see some more fights.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got to be honest. I know my expectations were super high going into Royal Rumble. I think everybody's
was. Both of us, yeah.
And it was, I think that's fair, though. They hyped it up so much. They had so much going into this match or that event that we had no choice but to expect the best match that we could think of in recent memory. And it did not live up to that at all. Mm-hmm. So, I came into this one like, I mean, I guess we'll see what they do. And they completely turned it around, and now I'm right back as excited as I was before Royal Rumble.
I was a bit slated too, man.
Exactly. I just hope that they actually, live up to it this time. I actually want to see this turn into something, man. Don't build me up and then, edge me like that. I hate that. Yeah. Don't do that. I'm trying to see this stuff actually like turn out as it's supposed to.
Yeah, so, and no cheesy DQ stuff, man.
Yeah, man. Like, don't give me more story. I get it's early. It was only January, but come on, this is how you keep the stories interesting. Don't tease me like that. I hated it. I absolutely.
You know me, man. But I want to see the fight to the end. I want to see him finish it out. So
exactly.
Give the fans what they want, man. Let them fight.
Yeah. So that being said, let's do the rating, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
all right. So here at Take It to the Ring, we like to give each fight card a fight card rating. So we have 5 for Fight Forever. And then you got 4. This is awesome. And then 3, you still got it. And 2 is just the what. And then boring. 1, worst of all, watch us. We're way better. So what would you give this one?
Man. I'll say 4.
Yeah?
I'll say 4 just because of how it hooked me. It hooked me, and I'm mad about Royal Rumble. And I think that those really like influenced my decision on this event. I loved it. I'm completely back in it. So yes, this was better than Royal Rumble in my opinion. Just with the pacing of everything, I had a great time with it, man.
Yeah. I think this was a great episode. Each match kind of gave us a little bit of something. It was way better than I was expecting with each match. And each match was better than I thought it was going to be. And it really kind of kept me in. And even the big announcements, seeing Ronda Rousey come out, we got to see Bobby and Brock kind of tee off, so there's some really fun stuff. to bring us in and take us out on this episode. So, I'm going to have to lean more towards a 4 as well. When I finished it up, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. It was about a 3. But, the more I think about it, I think I'm going to have to agree with you, man. Give it a solid 4. This was a pretty awesome episode.
Yeah. No, I'm happy with how it turned out. Like I said, I'm just you got my attention again. Don't screw me again, WWE. Don't screw me again. I'll be so angry. Just let me have this. Let me be happy and give me what I want for Elimination Chamber. That's all I
You
ask.
heard them, WWE. Yes. Give the fans what they want.
Give the fans what they want. But I mean, that's all that I got for this episode, man. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Take It to the Ring, to see us do this, every day. We're here giving you guys, the recaps, views, everything that you guys ask for, everything that you guys need, we do here.
Yeah. Check us out, guys. Until next time, Billy here.
And this is T-John.
Don't stop believing.
Keep it real.